Have you ever wondered what lies beneath your feet? Not just the soil and rock, but deep, deep down. Imagine a place where sunlight has never reached. A world of silent, ancient stone and hidden rivers. This is a call to journey into the heart of our planet. We are going to a place that tests the limits of human endurance. It is a place of mystery, danger, and incredible discovery. It's an adventure into the unknown, a voyage into the abyss. This is not a journey for the faint of heart. It requires courage, skill, and an unshakable spirit of exploration. Come with me, let's step into the darkness together. We are heading to the Krubera Cave. It is also known as Voronya Cave, which means Crow's Cave. It is located in the Arabica Massif of the Western Caucasus. This remote mountain range is a world away from our everyday lives. The entrance to the cave is just a small crack in the mountainside, but this small opening leads to a colossal world below. It is a vertical labyrinth that plunges deeper than any other cave on Earth. For explorers, it represents the ultimate challenge. It is a final frontier on our own planet, a place that still holds so many secrets waiting to be uncovered by those brave enough to venture inside. This journey is more than just a physical challenge. It is a journey into ourselves. When you leave the sun behind, you enter a different reality. Your senses are heightened. The smallest sound echoes in the vast emptiness. The feel of the cold rock beneath your fingertips connects you to the ancient earth. This expedition will push our team to their absolute limits. We will rely on each other, on our training, and on our determination. The goal is not just to reach the bottom. The goal is to understand what this incredible place can teach us about our world and about what we are capable of. So take a deep breath. Prepare yourself for an experience unlike any other. We are about to descend into a realm few have ever seen. It's a place of stark, raw beauty and immense power. The darkness is waiting, and it has stories to tell. The journey into Krubera Cave begins now. We will face its challenges head-on. We will witness its wonders, and we will emerge with a new appreciation for the hidden depths of our planet and the strength of the human will to explore. Are you ready to join the adventure? Let's go. Krubera Cave is not just any cave. It is the undisputed king of caves, the deepest we know of. Think of it as the Mount Everest of the underworld. For mountaineers, Everest is the ultimate prize, the highest point on the planet's surface. For cavers, Krubera is the opposite. It is the ultimate descent, a journey to the lowest known point accessible from the Earth's surface. This incredible natural wonder plunges to a staggering depth of over 2,197 meters, or 7,208 feet. That is more than 2 kilometers straight down. It is a depth that is almost impossible to comprehend until you are there, hanging on a rope in the vast blackness. This colossal cave system is located in a remote part of the world, in the Arabica Massif in Abkhazia. This region is a hotspot for speleology, the study of caves. The mountains here are made of limestone, a type of rock that is easily dissolved by water over millions of years. This slow, patient process has carved out an incredible network of underground passages, tunnels, and chambers. Krubera is the crown jewel of this subterranean world. Its entrance sits high in the mountains, at an altitude of about 2,250 meters. From there, it is a long, long way down into the belly of the earth. The title of world's deepest cave is a prestigious one, and it has been hard-won. For decades, international teams of explorers have been pushing deeper and deeper into Krubera. Each expedition adds a few more meters to the known depth. It is a slow, painstaking process that requires immense dedication and bravery. Ukrainian speleologist Alexander Klimchuk has been a key figure in these explorations. His teams have been responsible for many of the breakthroughs that have confirmed Krubera's status. It's a testament to international cooperation and the shared human passion for discovery. Reaching the bottom of Krubera is a monumental achievement. It is a journey that takes weeks. It involves setting up underground camps, navigating treacherous passages, and diving through flooded sections called sumps. The cave is not a simple vertical shaft. It is a complex branching maze. It has tight squeezes, massive pits, and powerful underground rivers. It is a dynamic and dangerous environment. That is what makes it so compelling. Krubera Cave is a true wilderness, one of the last truly unexplored places on our planet, a challenge that calls to the most daring adventurers. The moment you step over the threshold of Krubera Cave, everything changes. You leave the world of light and enter a realm of absolute perpetual night. The transition is sudden and profound. One moment, you are in the bright mountain sunshine with the sounds of the wind and birds. The next, you are enveloped in a cool, damp darkness that feels ancient and heavy. The air itself feels different. It is thick with the smell of wet stone and earth. Your headlamp cuts a single narrow beam through the blackness, revealing only a tiny fraction of the immense space around you. This darkness is unlike anything you can experience on the surface. Even on the darkest night, there is always some faint light from the moon or stars. Here there is nothing. If you turn off your headlamp, the blackness is total and disorienting. It presses in on you, a physical presence. You lose all sense of direction and scale. Are you in a small tunnel or a vast chamber? You can't tell. Your eyes strain, searching for any glimmer of light, but find only a void. It is in this moment that you truly understand you have entered another world, one governed by different rules. Your other senses immediately start to work overtime to compensate. The sound of your own breathing seems incredibly loud. Every footstep on the gravelly floor echoes strangely. The constant drip, drip, drip of water from the ceiling becomes a rhythmic soundtrack to your journey. You can hear the distant rumble of an underground river, a reminder of the powerful forces that carved this place. You become acutely aware of the texture of the rock under your gloved hands, sometimes smooth and slick with moisture, other times sharp and jagged. Your sense of touch becomes your guide in this sightless world. Living and moving in this environment is a profound mental adjustment. There is no day or night, only the artificial cycle created by your watch and your sleep schedule. Time seems to stretch and warp. The constant darkness can be psychologically challenging, leading to feelings of isolation and disorientation. You must trust your equipment, your training, and your teammates completely. Every step is a deliberate act of faith. This descent into darkness is not just a physical journey down, it is a journey inward, into the core of your own mind and spirit. An expedition into the depths of Krubera Cave is not a weekend trip. It is a full-blown siege, an 8-day ordeal that tests every ounce of your physical and mental strength. The journey down is a slow, methodical process. It requires immense stamina. You are constantly moving, climbing, and abseiling. Your body is carrying a heavy pack filled with food, water, and essential equipment. Every muscle aches. The cold, damp air seeps into your bones, making it impossible to ever feel truly warm or dry. It is a relentless, grinding challenge day after day. The physical demands are immense. The descent involves navigating a series of vertical pits or shafts connected by narrow passages. You spend hours on ropes, rappelling into the blackness below. This requires skill and concentration, as a single mistake could be fatal. Then you have to climb back up ropes, a process known as breathtaking, which is exhausting work. In between these vertical sections, you are crawling on your hands and knees through tight squeezes or wading through icy underground streams. Your body is pushed to its absolute limit, and then you have to wake up and do it all again the next day. But the mental challenge is just as great, if not greater. The constant darkness and isolation can play tricks on your mind. You are deep underground, a long way from help if something goes wrong. A sense of claustrophobia can creep in, even for experienced cavers. You have to fight off fatigue and maintain focus at all times. Team dynamics are crucial. You are living in close quarters with your teammates, relying on them for your safety. Trust, communication, and a positive attitude are essential to keep morale high and ensure the success and survival of the expedition. To make this journey possible, explorers establish a series of underground camps. These are small, sheltered ledges where you can set up a tent and get a few hours of rest. Camping here is a very different experience. There are no campfires, no starry skies. It is just a brief respite from the relentless physical effort in the cold, damp dark. You eat high-energy food, check your gear, and try to sleep, all while the sound of dripping water echoes around you. These camps are vital lifelines, small islands of relative comfort in a hostile and alien environment, allowing the team to push ever deeper into the earth. The journey into Krubera is a battle against the rock itself. The cave is not a wide, open tunnel. It is a tortuous maze filled with obstacles that test your nerve. One of the biggest challenges is the squeezes. These are incredibly narrow sections of the cave where you have to contort your body to get through. Imagine forcing yourself through a gap that is barely wider than your shoulders. You have to exhale completely to make your chest smaller, then slowly and carefully inch your way forward. It is, honestly, a claustrophobic's worst nightmare. Your helmet scrapes against the rock above, and your gear snags on the jagged edges below. Then there are the sumps. A sump is a section of the cave passage that is completely flooded with water. The only way to continue deeper is to dive through it. This is one of the most dangerous parts of caving. You are not just a caver anymore. You are an underwater explorer in one of the most remote places on Earth. You have to wear specialized diving gear, including small scuba tanks called rebreathers. You are diving in icy cold, pitch-black water, often with zero visibility. You follow a guideline through the submerged tunnel, praying that your equipment works perfectly and that you find the air-filled passage on the other side. Beyond the physical obstacles, there is the silence. It is a silence so profound it has weight. In the deeper parts of the cave, far from the sound of dripping water or rivers, the world goes completely quiet. It is honestly an unnerving experience. You can hear the blood pumping in your ears and the beating of your own heart. This absolute lack of sound can be disorienting. Our brains are not used to it. We are constantly surrounded by noise in our daily lives. In the deep silence of Krubera, you are left alone with your thoughts. It can be a meditative experience, but it can also be a source of intense psychological pressure. Navigating this complex environment requires a huge amount of specialized equipment. You have ropes, harnesses, ascenders, and descenders for the vertical sections. You have waterproof bags to keep your food and sleeping gear dry. You have wetsuits and diving gear for the sumps. And most importantly, you have multiple light sources, because in this world, light is life. Your headlamp is your most crucial piece of kit. A failure of your light source deep inside the cave could be a life-threatening disaster. Every piece of gear must be meticulously checked and maintained. Your life literally depends on it. How do we even know that Krubera is the world's deepest cave? How do you measure something so vast and complex, hidden deep inside a mountain? Well, it's not as simple as just dropping a long rope from the entrance. The process of mapping a cave is a science in itself. It is a slow and painstaking task, carried out by every expedition that enters the cave. Explorers use a combination of simple, traditional tools and modern technology to create a precise map of this underground world. Every new section they explore is carefully surveyed and added to the collective map. The primary tools for a cave survey are a compass, a clinometer, and a measuring tape. A compass is used to determine the direction, or azimuth, of a passage. A clinometer is used to measure the angle of inclination, whether the passage is going up or down, and by how much. The measuring tape, often a laser distance meter these days, is used to measure the length of each section of the passage. The team sets up survey stations at key points. From each station, they take readings to the next station, recording the distance, direction, and angle in a survey book. This data is then taken back to the surface and painstakingly entered into specialized computer software. The software takes all the numbers and uses trigonometry to build a three-dimensional model of the cave. This model is like a digital skeleton of the cave system. It shows the twists and turns, the vertical drops, and the exact position of every chamber and tunnel. This is how the total depth is calculated. The software adds up all the vertical distances from the entrance down to the lowest point reached, giving the final official depth measurement. This process is crucial for several reasons. Firstly, it provides a roadmap for future expeditions, helping them navigate safely and plan their exploration. Secondly, it is a fundamental part of the scientific study of the cave. The map helps geologists understand how the cave was formed. They can see how the passages follow faults in the rock, or how the water has carved its path over millions of years. Every measurement taken, every new passage mapped, is a piece of a giant puzzle. It is a collaborative effort, with each generation of explorers building on the work of those who came before them to reveal the true scale of this incredible subterranean giant. Krubera Cave is more than just a deep hole. It is a living laboratory. It holds secrets about the Earth's geology, climate history, and the limits of life itself. Every expedition that ventures into its depths is not just on an adventure, but on a scientific mission. Geologists study the rock layers exposed on the cave walls. These layers are like pages in a history book, telling the story of the mountains and how they were formed millions of years ago. They can see the faults and folds in the rock, revealing the immense tectonic forces that shaped this landscape. One of the most exciting aspects of exploring Krubera is the search for life. You might think that a place of total darkness, immense pressure, and few nutrients would be sterile and lifeless. But that is not the case. Scientists have discovered a whole ecosystem of creatures that have adapted to this extreme environment. These animals are known as troglobites. Many of them are blind and have lost all pigmentation, appearing as pale ghost-like versions of their surface-dwelling relatives. They rely on senses other than sight, like touch and chemical detection, to navigate and find food. In the deepest parts of Krubera, scientists made a groundbreaking discovery. They found an insect-like creature called Plutomurus or Tobalaganensis. This tiny six-legged animal was found living at a depth of 1,980 meters, making it the deepest terrestrial animal ever found on Earth. This discovery completely changed our understanding of how deep life can exist within the planet's crust. These creatures survive on the scant resources available, such as fungi and decomposing organic matter that gets washed into the cave from the surface. They are true masters of survival. Beyond biology, the cave also holds clues about past climates. Formations like stalagmites grow incredibly slowly, layer by layer, over thousands of years. By analyzing the chemical composition of these layers, scientists can reconstruct a detailed record of rainfall and temperature from the distant past. The water trapped deep inside the cave is also of great interest. It is ancient water, filtered through kilometers of rock. Studying it can tell us about the underground water systems and how they connect to the surface. Krubera is a time capsule, preserving information that helps us understand our planet's past and predict its future. Being inside Krubera Cave is a humbling experience. You are surrounded by the raw, untamed power of nature. You feel incredibly small and fragile in the face of such immense geological forces. The cave was not created overnight. It was carved over millions of years by the patient, relentless action of water on rock. The sound of a distant underground river is a constant reminder of this power. It is a force that can move mountains, albeit very, very slowly. This place commands respect. It makes you realize that we are just temporary visitors on a planet that operates on a timescale far beyond our comprehension. This powerful environment brings out the best in the human spirit. To explore a place like Krubera, you need more than just physical strength. You need courage, resilience, and an incredible amount of determination. It is about pushing yourself beyond your perceived limits. It's about facing your fears, whether it's the fear of heights, tight spaces, or the dark. Every caver who ventures deep into this abyss is on a personal journey of self-discovery. They learn about their own strengths and weaknesses. They learn to stay calm under pressure and to solve problems in a life or death situation. The spirit of teamwork is absolutely essential. In Krubera, you are never alone. You are part of a team, and your life depends on the person next to you, and their life depends on you. This creates an incredible bond. You have to communicate clearly, trust each other completely, and work together seamlessly to overcome every obstacle. There is no room for ego or selfishness. The success of the expedition depends on the collective effort of the group. This camaraderie, forged in the darkness deep underground, is one of the most powerful and rewarding aspects of caving. Ultimately, the exploration of Krubera Cave is a testament to the insatiable human desire to explore. It is the same spirit that drove early humans to cross continents, sailors to cross oceans, and astronauts to travel to the moon. We have an innate curiosity to know what is over the next hill, beyond the horizon, or in this case, at the bottom of the deepest hole on Earth. Krubera represents one of the last great frontiers for exploration on our own planet. The resilience and courage of the cavers who explore it show that the human spirit of adventure is alive and well, always ready to push into the unknown. What do we bring back from a journey into the abyss? We bring back scientific data, maps, and photographs, but we also bring back something more profound. We bring back a new perspective on our planet and on ourselves. Krubera Cave teaches us that there is still so much we don't know about our own world. We can send probes to distant planets, but right here beneath our feet, there are vast, unexplored realms filled with wonders and secrets. It reminds us that Earth is a complex and mysterious place, and we should never lose our sense of awe and wonder for it. The journey teaches us a deep respect for the natural world. In the cave, you are completely at the mercy of the environment. You have to adapt to it, not the other way around. This fosters a sense of humility. We are not masters of nature, we are a part of it. The extreme life forms found in Krubera, surviving against all odds, are a powerful lesson in resilience and adaptation. They show us that life is tenacious and can flourish in the most unlikely of places. It is a reminder of the preciousness and fragility of all ecosystems, both on the surface and hidden deep below. On a personal level, an expedition like this changes you forever. You learn to rely on yourself and your teammates in a way that is impossible in normal life. You discover reserves of strength and courage you never knew you had. You face your deepest fears in the total darkness and come out the other side stronger and more confident. The simplicity of life in the cave, where the only goals are to move forward safely and survive, can make the complexities of the surface world seem trivial. It gives you a new appreciation for the simple things, like the warmth of the sun and the color of the sky. Krubera Cave is more than just a record-breaking hole in the ground. It is a symbol of the unknown. It represents the challenges that still exist in our world and our innate drive to meet them. It teaches us about geology, biology, and the history of our planet. But most importantly, it teaches us about ourselves. It shows us what we are capable of when we work together, when we push our limits, and when we have the courage to step into the darkness and explore. The marvels found deep underground are a reflection of the marvels of the human spirit.